want to talk about the recent like Matt Lieb accusations. It's really gross how anyone who tries to criticize Ethan Klein is just automatically getting accused of like CPS. And also Ethan Klein is like calling Matt Lieb a token, which is just crazy. This clip is crazy.
Who works for Good Mythical Morning. What a fucking piece of shit, weirdo, freak, little token boy is he. And I can call him token because, I mean, he's like, hey guys, I'm the token. Anyone want to hear some Jew jokes? Gather around. My grandfather once returned soup. Have you guys heard about the new Jewish car? It turns on a dime and then picks it up.
Let's talk about it. So, do you want to see the comments from the
That
GMM?
is my favorite, one of my favorites.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Do y'all want to know why Jews have big noses? Anyone want to take a guess? Anybody? Because air is free. I'm live all week, folks. Check me out. I'm the token Jew, not Zionist. The dumbass bitch loser. I'm happy to see that people are tuning in. Oh yeah, on that episode with Matt Lieb on it. I'm actually really happy to see people were voicing their concern about him being there.
You are having a mental health crisis, Ethan Klein. Stop. Just stop. Just stop.
Bad Empanada was one of them. He said, trust the plan. I'm in control. With some computer language that doesn't mean anything as far as I know.
It's really funny that he laughed at Bad Empanada's comment. He could recognize that Bad Empanada's comment was funny.
Maybe get Bad Empanada tomorrow. Who's going to comment this? Please watch.
So I'll replay it for people who missed it.
Were voicing their concern about him being there. Bad Empanada was one of them. He said, trust the plan. I'm in control. With some
he couldn't help but laugh at what actually was a funny joke.
Computer language that doesn't mean anything as far as I know.
Okay.
Maybe get Bad Empanada tomorrow. Who's going to comment this? Please watch the latest H3 video and do your own research on your employees. Is that a Hamas supporter? I was sad to say, but I don't think I continue supporting. Got it, blah, 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 yada, yada. I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm very proud of you guys. He absolutely should be fired. I can't believe you're trying to get him fired from his job.
In my hot take, I don't think he...
Let's hear from Giardia.
Like necessarily should be fired, but just don't put him on the air anymore.
I think he should be fired.
Don't put him on his show.
I think he should be fired.
When you sit down with Bad Empanada and joke about...
Personally, I'm a fan of the show, and it's always been so wholesome, so family
and we're friendly with them, those two guys.
I don't think he represents the show, and I don't...
Yeah, so his recent attacks have been towards Matt Lieb because Matt Lieb is like nice to Bad Empanada, basically. And he's had him on the show before on Bad Hezbollah. And so Ethan kind of posted this on his story. Matt Lieb responds to a fan expressing disappointment of his support of Bad Empanada. And he like posted this thinking it makes him look bad. But Matt Lieb just he replies to this fan and says, yeah, I don't know what supporting snark means. I've left a few comments on H3 Snark where people were talking about me, and I'd say things like, aw, thanks. The one Ethan circled about is a post on H3 Productions about how Ethan is brigading me. I don't see how that's supporting snark or supporting attempts to dox. That's just me replying to comments about me. Why are we still obsessing over this Ethan guy? You've been following for 1 minute. You just got here, bro. Be fucking for real. Be for real. Come on. H3 fan, be less obvious. In terms of Bad Empanada, he was a guest on my podcast in January, and his beef with Ethan is between him and Ethan. We talk about Ethan on the show because it's a show about Hezbollah, and Ethan does Hezbollah. Bad Empanada most likely didn't call CPS on him. Pretty sure he's just trolling him, but even if he did, that's between them. They both seem to be harassing each other. You can criticize me for platforming a guy whose politics you find abhorrent. I'm used to that. I run a Jewish anti-Zionist podcast, so it comes with the territory. But somehow turning it into me supporting harassment or doxing or CPS calls and then trying to get me fired is actual harassment. And he posted this, but this is like a very sane, reasonable response. This is a very sane, cool response from Matt Lieb. Isn't it sad that this is actually just Ethan Klein right now? It's actually kind of gross that he's using the CPS call as a way to like get at everyone who he disagrees with, instead of like anyone holding him accountable for like getting on air and talking about poop. But this at this point, how many different people has he alleged have called CPS?
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus!
Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm 100% against anyone calling CPS and YouTubers that they don't like. 48 hours after being harassed by Ethan Klein. Later. We gotta save them kids. No. Matt, stop.
Denims is streaming.
Denims is streaming. I mean, it's kind of like the opposite of the, what is it called? Of the bad empanada situation where, like, literally, Ethan Klein, I don't think he realizes how much he's legitimizing people like Bad Empanada. He's making people like Bad Empanada look more and more based. I don't know why he wants all his enemies banned or deplatformed. He would have no content for his, quote, comedy podcast. It's like, man, it's just sad. It's just sad. He's like the world's biggest cry bully, where like he literally harassed a guy so hard that his fans are sending his 16-year-old sister threats.
The people saying I need to let go of the whole Ethan Klein thing, fuck you. This was sent to my sister today. She's 16 years old. These have not stopped. They haven't slowed down. This is the type of shit my family receives every single day. So shout out to Ethan Klein that my mom, who is an art teacher at an impoverished public school, has to deal with this shit. You are truly the morally superior YouTuber.
And he says nothing about it. Like, the guy who cares about families so much doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He likes when his audience harasses people. I have to say, I really enjoy these memes of people photoshopping and changing the name of the name of the title of this video. The shadow people are following me. His son is using nanotechnology to control my brain. After Noah's video,
how does this affect LeBron's legacy?
That's the real question here, okay? Would you consider his audience more of like a cult? I think he has a lot of normie people, and then he has a lot of freaks as well. The thing is with any type of content creation, you sort of like you're like selecting for an audience. It's like the Nigerian prince scam emails. You put grammatical errors in there because you're trying to select for a very specific audience, right? It's the same sort of situation here. If you continuously encourage the crazy people in your audience, you're slowly but surely making more and more people crazy, introducing more and more crazy people in, encouraging the behavior, telling them that it's good, and then the normal people are just leaving and leaving and leaving and leaving until eventually you have no normal people, and then it is a cult. I think there's still some normal people in his audience. I think that there's still a handful, and they're just like still holding out, but I think that it's everyone else, it's over. Are Olivia and AB stuck in his cult? I mean, no, I don't think that they're stuck in his cult. I think that they're willfully ignorant because they miss their old boss. They miss the Ethan Klein that wasn't crazy. I mean, Olivia literally went on the podcast and said, I don't know why Denims doesn't just say like, just CPS, don't call CPS. And he literally has to correct her and say, okay, well, she did technically say that, but it doesn't matter because like, he's literally lying to everyone. He lies to his audience because he doesn't respect them. He lies to his employees because he doesn't respect them. And it's like, listen, man, if you want to side with the guy who has to lie about all his enemies, be my guest. I have a little bit more respect for myself than to continue watching someone who has to lie to get my support. Yeah, so most recently, this was also insane. I don't... Ian is free, yeah. One of his producers, his old producers that's been around for almost a decade, goes by Ian, and Ian finally is leaving the podcast, I think, tomorrow. And their send-off was like, that was a send-off. That was, Ethan was kind of mean. His send-off was kind of mean. And then they just made the send-off about Dan. It was weird. And then he made fun of his hair. It was weird. It was weird. But W, Ian, sorry that you've had to deal with that shit. Because please do not, again, don't tap the glass, don't harass any of these people. It's a waste of your fucking time. Yeah, if anyone has a clip to that, it was just mean. It was just a mean, spirited send-off. Aren't you one of those people getting sued by Ethan Klein? Oh, you're a dumbass then? You don't understand the difference between I want to sue and you are actively being sued? The only person that's getting sued right now is Ethan Klein by his housekeeper because she's alleging that he didn't want her to take time off to get a hernia, to get surgery for her hernia, so he fired her. And it's also sad because there's a lot of H3 fans that like their understanding of the law is so poor that they're like, yeah, well, I don't care if he loses. I hope he sues you so that you have to fucking spend a bunch of money. It's like, do you know how anti-slap works? Do you know how that works? He would have to pay my legal fees. It's not defamatory to play a clip of someone saying something. If that was true, journalists wouldn't exist. Can you imagine Trump says something crazy and then the AP Post reports on it? And then they get sued for defamation for reporting on what he said? Yeah, this was the send-off. Ian recently left. For anyone who doesn't know, this is Ian. He's been a producer with Ethan Klein for almost a decade. And he was dating Sam, who left 3 years ago. And this was their send-off.
You never know. I've got free time.
And also you're single. It's time to restore the hairline. Like that. I'm saying you're probably out there because I know you've been exercising and you look good. You're healthy.
He does.
Sometimes I feel you.
It's just mean. It's just mean. And out of respect for Ian, I'm not going to speculate on why he's leaving. I think there's a lot of reasons to leave a job after working there for a decade, but I wouldn't be surprised if a big part of it is that the show just isn't funny anymore. It's just he makes insane claims about other people. He lies about other people, like he lies about me all the time. And then people respond, and then he responds, and then it's just that over and over again. And that's like every show. That's been every show for the past year. His show is just a snark subreddit. It's just a snark live stream. So I wish Ian the best of luck. And I hope, he finds a fun place to work at. And I hope I wish nothing but success for him. And whenever he chooses to speak out on where he's working next or what he's producing next or whatever, if there's a way that I can help boost that, I want to. He just can't exist without attacking people. Yeah. All the work and dedication he put into the show, and that's the send-off he got. And Ian literally pioneered the people who ended up the way that everybody else came to Ethan Klein. He literally emailed him and said, I'm a big fan of your show, of your YouTube page, and I would love to produce for you. Again, I think it was 8 years ago. And then he says that Ethan Klein responded to his email, and then he started working with him and working for him. And that's how everyone else started working there as well. I think it was basically the same for Dan, Giardia, everybody else. It's all a bunch of people that were fans and wanted to help produce the show. So Ian literally pioneered how the show and how the employees started working for Ethan Klein. And that's the send-off he gets for helping build this podcast. It's just sad. He was an intern, started at the podcast 2017-ish, became a full-time employee later. He was one of, if not the last of the creative people there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And again, just out of respect for Ian, I haven't spoken to him on his leaving, so I can't speak for him. I'm only speaking as a bystander here. I only want to be respectful because I totally believe that Ethan Klein will bully his employees into issuing statements that they didn't leave because of anything related to Hassan. Also, this is okay, so let's watch this clip. It's just, you're such a baby, dude. Oh my God. It's just such a bitch move that the second anyone criticizes you, no matter how soft the criticism is, he just instantly goes to, I need to sue all these people.
video.
Yeah, Hassan restoried it. Great video. Give it a watch. It's funny because on one hand, everyone was trying to give him credit, like, "Oh yeah, I'm against CPS. Don't call that. That's crazy." Obviously, which I agree with. And I was like, "Good, thank you." But at the same exact time, he's restoring a video entitled "The YouTuber's Back to Genocide" with a picture of me in it, contributing directly to the environment in which people think it's acceptable to call CPS on me. So I want to. Do we have that timestamped, Galia?
You're just making stuff up. You're just making stuff up.
The video? I don't want to watch it right now. I'm just asking separately. Can you send it to my attorney? Thank you. Sounds pretty defamatory. And again, I'm not taking any prisoners. If my attorney thinks there's anything in here, if he thinks that there's like a decent...
Dude, I would hate to be Ethan Klein's fucking lawyer. Oh my God. Can you imagine you're his lawyer and you get fucking every day, you're getting videos that you have to fucking watch about how annoying your client is. And it's like, can you watch this and see if anything is defamatory? I don't want to watch a 30-minute video. Dude, come on. You know my rate. You have to know my rate is $1,000 an hour. You really want me to do this? You really want me to spend? Okay, free money, I guess.
Shot of defamation. I'm suing this fucking piece of shit, little scumbag.
When did we ever back a genocide?
I'm sorry.
When? Like, show me.
I'm not playing around, man.
And what is Turkey Tom doing in there?
I don't remember hearing him say anything about the conflict.
Me neither.
Destiny, I get.
Man, if only there was a video talking about it that you could watch and find out what it is that you said that backed a genocide. If only someone would make a video about this claim that you could watch that's easily available on YouTube for free. When did I ever say this? I've never.
Me and Mudahar, by the way, is Muslim. So like, it's a weird fucking thing that to even grope him in.
Oh, he's Muslim? Oh. Well, I guess he's absolved. Dude, Candace Owens is black, and she's one of the biggest white supremacists on the fucking planet, dude. Come on.
To it at all.
So this guy, the thumbnail, he was doing A/B test, and in another thumbnail there was also loaner box. So
That is so fucked up.
Really?
yeah.
That is good, disgusting, dude. That is so gross. Yeah, that's the thing. People.
Poor loaner box doesn't get the clicks.
That's probably good in this case. Mudahar said, "I get watching other people's videos is all you're really good at. True. But try vetting out slander before promoting it. I've never defended or backed the Israeli genocide on innocent Gazans, and I never will."
Same.
Then Hassan took that as an invitation to fight. And by the way, Mudahar's reaction here is pretty fucking measured.
Yeah.
It's really not that
Who's the lady wearing the 1960s window coverings?
crazy. I would have gone a lot crazier than this. He just say it's not true, essentially. In your only video on Gaza, you admit to not.
And it's like, I think the really sad thing about all of this is that he's attacking all these people who just happen to criticize Israel. Weird. But when it comes to people who actually have anti-Semitic chats, who actually promote extremism, who are actually making the platform worse, this is what he has to say about them.
He does pretty literal titles.
What about
he does pretty literal titles.
What about Asman? Because he's juicing hard on Trump.
Yeah.
But he's like pro-Trump, isn't he?
Oh my God, is he?
I wouldn't say he's.
I have to imagine, right?
I don't think he's like pro-Trump explicitly, overtly. I know people try to say that. I think he definitely leans more conservative, but I don't think he's as conservative as people try to paint him out to be.
Well, let's see.
Asman is Trump killed it.
He's Trump coded. That's
no,
a good...
Trump killed it.
What?
Trump killed.
That sounds pretty pro-Trump.
He said Trump what?
Killed it.
Oh, killed it.
In other words,
I think I would say he's Trump coded.
Trump's good at this. ...
Bruh.
I've watched his content. It's not.
That was said sarcastically.
It's not super pro-Trump. He's Trump-coded though. Did he vote for Trump? Probably yes.
Probably.
Yeah, probably yes. But it's not a total glaze fest or anything like that.
And he does pretty.
Glaze fest is an accurate term there. Yep. It's he's talking about this guy. This clip has been making the rounds. It is really good. It's a really good clip. Whoever put this together, I don't know if it was actually the Hassan Abi Productions page. Really good clip.
So the government decides what's hateful or not, and whenever they make that decision, they decide to censor you arbitrarily. And people in Europe are okay with this? Man. Y'all need to throw some TNT into the water or some shit. Like, you can't let this happen. Yeah, bro, you're gonna let these clowns boss you around. No, we're not? Well, then organize and get rid of them. It's hard to say whether he committed a crime, but there's a higher standard of conduct for people that are green card holders than people who are naturalized citizens. And he wasn't meeting that conduct, so he's getting deported, hopefully. And there should be? Yeah, they should be. And I support this completely. I hope they do this to more of them. We have enough troublemakers in the country already without importing new ones on green cards to start even more trouble. Who needs this?
Yeah, and everyone else is also mentioning it already, but like the troublemaker comment, that's code. That is code for all the other fascists who understand what he's talking about is people I don't like. Ethan Klein defending the guy whose chat is literally well, first of all, it's actually filled with W. Hitler comments. By the way, the same guy who accused Hassan's chat of secret, covert, dog whistling, anti-Semitism. I mean, he's accusing me of all of these things, right? He just doesn't like that he gets called out for his behavior. So what does he do instead of like actually addressing them? Doubles down, projects, and tries to get them deplatformed. This actually is an unedited chat, by the way. Full chat screenshot. And did you notice, you can tell the person who did it to me took their idea from this, because this Gremlo post did numbers, but this person actually put the timestamps of the chat. The person who did it to me didn't. Why? Because they're being disingenuous and dishonest so that they can push the narrative of like, it's 100% the chat totally unmoderated. When like fucking Asmon's chat literally is, leave them in North Korea for a year. I bet they'll remember what gender they are. Stop. Repeal the 19th Amendment. And that's a good thing. Base, 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 W, base, base. You know what? That's A+, base, not enough. Entitled mentalists. They burned gay books. One person. Base, damn. Quote, damn, a Nazis base. Quote, Nazi W. That's incredible. That's incredible. And it keeps going. His chat says W Adolf. Yeah, that's what your chat is saying. Incredible. And it's literally not edited. These are within the same second of each other. Isn't it interesting that he doesn't show these chat messages? Isn't it interesting that Ethan Klein doesn't like showing this one? Ethan Klein will never show this image on his show. Ever. Why? Because he wants to align himself with Asmongold. Because he can no longer align himself with the left because they called him out on pushing liberal Zionist propaganda, Zionism here, talking about being pro-Israel, pro-genocide. And he knows now that he can't align himself with that group anymore. So instead, he has to align himself with the other large creator in the space, Asmongold. So he has to conveniently ignore the fact that Asmongold actually does have insane fucking racists in his fucking community that within seconds of each other are typing this insanely anti-Semitic shit. You heard about Asmongold's WoW alt account being named Anders Nordic, the WoW account name of a Norwegian neo-Nazi terrorist mass murderer of children. Anders Breivik. That's some pretty deep and personal fascist lore, if you ask me. Dude, I apparently I don't have enough fascist lore in my brain because man, when you're basically pushing conservative talking points day in and day out, and fucking 4chan is still roasting you, you know you've gone just a little too far. Quote, I'm a centrist, 24/7 Trump good, 24 Elon good, 24/7 JD good, reacts to crazy liberal. So this is why the leftists are bad. Immediately believes what the right says. No fact checks. Quote, I'm a centrist. I did not vote for Trump. We need a real centrist streamer. Oh, God, dude. Oh, God. Wait a minute. Where's his centrist hat? Yeah. Where's his red centrist hat? I did want to use all of this to, because I like to cover stuff in a more casual way, because I think on the left, this is, I think, some people's disagreement with different leftist values, or not values, but like strategies. I think it's good for different leftists and different types of leftists with different methods to exist. I think it's good to have leftists that cover fucking C-SPAN and go over the nitty-gritty of every single fucking bill. Just like I think it's good to have leftists that do fun content that more casually push their audiences, or more covertly push their audiences to leftist causes and values. And I think as long as you are getting people to that end goal, that's good, right? And so I do want to use all of this amazing Ethan Klein content to actually push for some real good. Bad Empanada, who has been...
OMG. Someone should make a goofy Ethan copy paste for us OMG.
Bad Empanada, who has been milking Ethan Klein, decided to use a lot of this traction for building up a fundraiser for Palestine. And instead of making my own fundraiser, I don't really care about personal glory on any of this stuff. I care about the end goal and the end causes. So I just want to help push. I just want to help push his fundraiser. I don't care if my community takes credit for raising X amount of dollars. I just care about helping to push for good causes. And they've already raised over $23,000. So mods, if we could post the link to the fundraiser, I will also post it. But yeah, I want to watch this. Let's go.
$14,992, folks. We are $8 reduce away. $8 reduce away from reaching our goal already in honor of Ethan Klein losing $15,000 in poker. Brilliant. We have raised this much in less than the time that it took him to lose the money in poker. Amazing. I am so proud of all of us. This is also more than what Ethan donated to Palestine. The $6,000 that he donated to Palestine that has been holding over everyone's heads. It's proof that he's supposedly pro-Palestinian as he does Zionist propaganda. Amazing. You see? I
used to love H3 so much. Now the show and vibes are so negative, it's stressful to watch. You're just watching a person get angrier and angrier while a room of people stays silent waiting for it to pass, but it never passes. I miss Ethan. Dude, I miss E-Fat. I don't like Ethan. I miss the community. I miss the subreddit, but I guess all things come to an end.
Always weaponize my beast for
all good things come to an end.
Last year, we donated $78,000 almost. And this was in response to like Drew Pavlu defaming me. So I was like, okay, as a fuck you, I will do a fundraiser. And we raised almost $80,000. Same thing here. I mean, Ethan.
Let me grab the link from this. I wish there was a link in the bio, but oh, it's right there. I'm donate for poopy. I didn't even see this.
Klein Zionist wants to attack me? Okay. I'll raise money for UNRWA, which Israel says is Hamas, in his name. No problem. Thank you. Now, I promised my fans that we will watch the intro again if we reach 15,000. I'm going to upload this clip to YouTube when we're done. So for you people on YouTube watching this, I decided to do a fundraiser in honor of Ethan Klein, $15,000 to UNRWA. At the time that I filmed this, I'm live in the middle.
Literally less than 2 years ago, I was watching H3 daily. It's truly
turning into Israeli God X was not on my bingo card.
XX.
Lost the funny fat and all.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, dude, the funny is stored in the fat. That's why Stavvy is so fucking funny, dude. There are rare comedians that are funny and thin. Okay, Bill Burr, I think, is a good example. George Carlin is a good example. But like a lot of funny is stored in the fat. Literally less than 2 years ago, I was watching them daily. It's truly sad how fast people's minds can regress, for lack of a better term. Yeah. Yeah.
Middle of the fundraiser. We're about an hour and 20 minutes into it, or less even, and we've already hit our goal. When I refresh the page, you'll see it. So as a reward to my amazing fans, I said that I would play my new stream intro, which you are about to see coming up immediately after I refresh the page and celebrate making $15,000 for Palestinian refugees in the name of Ethan Klein and his ridiculous defamation/harassment campaign against me and many others that he's currently carrying on, farting into the wind like the old man yelling at a cloud that he can only ever be. Check it out. $15,141. We have reached our goal. Thank you, Ethan Klein. You are our best friend. You try your hardest to attack anyone advocating.
Which, by the way, it is currently at $26,000 right now. This is just, man, this is so cool. Like, but this is what I mean, right? Content doesn't have to be explicitly and always pure political coverage to enact good. We can cover drama slop and do good. What matters is how you end up channeling that energy, which I've already told you guys fucking hundreds of times at this point. Any anger that you have, always redirect that to your representatives. Always redirect that to your local politicians, your senators. Always. It's a good way to get the anger out of your body, right? Especially if people who are in New York, this is the time to call Chuck Schumer and tell him that he is spineless for capitulating to the Republican Party, and that he will not have a career in politics, and no one will ever vote for him again. Fucking let him know, dude. Fucking let them know. Drama slop is what they do. We laugh at them and then use the attention to talk about real issues. Plus, we get to win. We get to grow. It's a win-win for all of us. Yeah.
For Palestine, and it backfires in your face every time. This is just another example of how it does. 15,000 done. 15,000 to UNRWA in Ethan Klein's name, using YouTube drama as a force for good. Now, I will give you all your reward. The Bad Empanada official new stream intro. Are you ready? Your just reward for raising $15,000 for Palestinian refugees. Here it comes, folks.
This dude, Bad Empanada, if you guys know who that is, he's like actually psychotic, and he's been making a lot of hate videos about me and calling Ela a terrorist and baby killer and all this. And Hassan's been enjoying his videos.
Trust me, I would pursue legal action against Bad Empanada, whose MO is essentially defamation. He actually fled to...
It's just so crazy in the same sentence to say Bad Empanada's MO is defamation. Bad Empanada doesn't do defamation. He does trolling. He does a lot of trolling, yeah, where he'll say things like Giardia, an illness never ever heard of before. Right? But that's like, if you're an idiot if you don't know that that's a joke. You're actually a moron, right? But he doesn't do defamation. He covers the stories as they are, and then he criticizes you and calls you a fucking idiot. Which at this point, I think he's done it to like everyone. He's done it to Hassan. He's done it to me, which I like. I like to fight. I like to argue, and I like to be. I like to be held accountable for making bad arguments, saying the wrong things, etc. Because that's how you strengthen your positions, right? That's different from being spliced and then being misrepresented. Bad Empanada doesn't do the second one. Only Ethan Klein does the second one. But it's crazy that in the same sentence that you're talking about, this guy is defaming me. He's engaging in defamation against me. And then Ethan Klein accuses him of fleeing the country to Argentina and being with no proof.
Argentina, like his Nazi predecessors, and unfortunately,
it is very difficult to get to and sue people in Argentina. So enjoy the community of Nazi refugees. You will fit right in there, my friend. He says, stand back and stand by. He's showing a flight to California. Not that I take him seriously, but because I know if he ever left Argentina, which is where the Nazis took cover, I think he would be arrested if he ever set foot in America. Like, this guy is actually a psychopath, a wanted. You don't get to talk to somebody like Bad Empanada and then continue on to have like a mainstream job. I'm sorry. It's like, he's that fucking insane. And everybody knows it. That's the thing. It should be career ending. Hassan shouted out Bad Empanada once again yesterday. I know there's people lined up to get.
He looks so crazy. Oh my God.
He's that fucking insane. And everybody knows it. That's the thing. It should be career ending. Hassan shouted out Bad Empanada once again yesterday. I know there's people. Lined up to get to this guy. Here he is on a plane. This is not normal stuff here. And then Hassan continually promotes.
Denims is streaming.
Denims is streaming. Brain Analytics, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Oh, sorry, I'm reading out some subs. Emily Welshie. I'm Viley, Philly. I'm sorry. Joel, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Murphy. Oh, Gremlo, I didn't even see your message. I'm so sorry.
Denims is
Welcome. Thank
streaming.
you. Brain Analytics, thank you for the 5. Thank you again. Oh my God. I like this, the most stock photo of like a plane going to California. And he's like, this is sick stuff.
Promotes this guy. And Snarkers and Fomois and all these people are continually lifting this guy up like he's some great voice in the community. It's actually really something.
He like really hated on Jewish people there. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that comment was pretty gross.
Yeah.
I mean, and he
Also, to talk about hating on Jewish people when you're literally on record calling multiple Jewish people you don't like tokens. He's done this to at least 2 people I can think of. One is Raf, the guy who suggested the hummus, like Sabra hummus tier list, Habibi Pass. He called that guy a token for saying, I'm literally Jewish and it was my idea, you fucking freak. And he was like, yeah, whatever, token. And then he's also called... now Matt Lieb, another Jewish person who is against the genocide that Israel is currently committing, a token. And that's not even talking about the multiple anti-Semitic jokes that he's done. That's not even talking about that. And he's also made, I don't know the exact words, so I'm not going to speculate, but I know he's made some interesting comments on Sam Cedar as well. Also Noah Colwyn. He also called Sam Cedar a token. Like, what world are you living in where every time there's a Jewish person you don't like, you just call them a token? Oh, also Felix. Yeah. Yeah, he called Felix also from Chapo. He called him a token as well. It's literally every time he runs into a Jewish person that disagrees with him, he just calls them a token. Which is, again, to be clear, that is actually anti-Semitic. Who isn't a token? Obviously. The Jewish people that he agrees with. Okay, come on, use your fucking brain here. JVP, because of Matt Lieb's speech. JVP. Why am I blanking on that? Oh, Jewish Voice for Peace. Sorry. Yes. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He also has one of the longest rants about Hasidic Jews being... I'm not even going to read it out. I'm not even going to read it out. But like... one second. Let me see if I can find it, because I can't repeat the things that he said in that video. That's how bad they are. That is how bad they are. It's so crazy to be someone who says some of the most anti-Semitic shit possible, and then talk about how all of the Jewish people that you know that you don't like, that disagree with you, are tokens. Yeah, people are posting this one as well. Like,
people want to stand by their principles. They want to be these heroic advocates, but they don't want to risk fucking anything. Hassan should go to Gaza. And if he doesn't, he should be severely judged by his audience for being a
it's
total
part of
fucking
why
coward.
I judge him. He doesn't know shit about that conflict. He's never been to Gaza, never been to Israel. He doesn't know shit about it.
No, he doesn't.
He does not. But he talks like with such authority. Oh my God. You would think he's been there like 5 times since October 7th already.
You sound like someone that needs to talk to Sam Cedar.
Yeah, Sam Cedar, another one I'm ready to burn.
another one, you ready to what? She was talking about the bridge. It's okay. She's talking about burning the bridge. Right? Because they wouldn't ever say anti-Semitic things, right? Right, guys?
I mean, I could take these guys a little bit more seriously if it wasn't for this curly ass shit. Like these fucking double curls.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
It's just goofy.
But also, come on, wearing a full suit in the summer.
You know what? Whatever, dude. Whatever they want to do is fine. But
they stink the whole place for everyone.
Stink, suit, whatever, okay? The thing that puts them, you know, the thing that makes it not okay. Here we got one driving a car. Careful, everybody. Yeah, the thing that not makes it okay is this curly ass, goofy mouth, because it just makes you into a goofy guy. You try walking around that shit. You walk around something like that, you're nuts. It's like having a rat tail. It's like having 2 rat tails on each side of your head.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Except you fucking manicure them every day. At least people with rat tails have the decency to just let it sit. But these guys goof with it all the time. We'll get some good footage, hopefully, of these goofy ass rat tail motherfuckers.
Karl walking pace. Can't imagine Karl walking up without. Here we are in Nebra. And it's the home of the Jew. The Jewy Jew, not just this Jew like, you know, me or Ela. But this is home of the super Jew. The Jew, you know, the dirty, grimy, jacket-wearing Jews. Real dirty ass. Nasty. You know what I mean? It's like, who can look more Jewish? Boom. It's like it doesn't end. I mean, come on.
I don't know how you can get. I don't know how you have this like moral pedestal where you're allowed to criticize everyone else and every other Jewish person you know for being anti-Semitic, but you are the one person that's actually allowed to be anti-Semitic. Like, that is a crazy thing, Ethan Klein. You are, and you guys understand why I said I cannot even say any of these things. That is how terrible they are. Like, when it comes to this video, I have to show it because I cannot repeat any of these things. I'm like, what's the joke? Look at how racist I'm being. You can actually get deported for saying that? Dude, isn't that kind of scary? Okay, let's go back to the Bad Empanada video. Sorry, I made it a little dark.
Called AB a house slave.
Yeah.
Hello, I'd like to report a case of serious child neglect and endangerment. These kids are literally crawling through feces and contracting all sorts of disease. And worst of all, they're being raised by Zionists.
How do you read this and not realize that he's fucking making fun of you?
Showed them the video of Ethan touching himself to a 17-year-old terrorist victim, and now they're on their way to check this hard drive. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? People are lined up to.
Ethan made such a terrible mistake talking about Bad Empanada. Like, he can't fight this guy. He's not going to win. I'm telling you, Ethan, right now, you have to stop. Also, it's true that he did that. That is a real video. I am not playing that video. It's actually like one of the most vile things I've ever seen in my life. It's actually like one of the most vile videos I've ever seen. Where he just says the N-word a bunch of times and then actually touches himself. Like, it's fucking weird. Also, sorry, wait. You guys are pointing out 0 seconds ago. What the fuck? Bro. Oh my God. Oh, while his wife is filming and zooming in on the teen's crotch. It's so weird. It's weird. It's really weird. It's really, really weird. It's really weird. It's on there with, oh God, dude. I thought about, okay, I saw this video actually very recently. I hadn't seen this video ever, or if I had blocked it out of my memory ages ago. And I thought about putting it in the video, but I didn't want to bad faith the video, even though I make plenty of good criticisms in that video. I didn't want to put it in because then I thought people would be like, oh, this is, well, you think this comment from a decade ago holds true today? To which I would say, yeah, it does. But it was this one. Where is it? Maybe it's in my bookmarks. I thought I saved it. Maybe I forgot to save it. I don't know. It's the one where he sexualizes an 8-year-old girl, where he talks about, like, he literally he's been going on this fucking tirade about CPS saying, you never go after children, you never go after children. And there's literally videos of him sexualizing kids. And being racist. I mean, he always has to put the racism in there as well. Fucking what? You guys know the one yeah, he slandered a music producer. I don't know if it's slander or defamation or libel, but yeah, he did that to a music producer and pretended like that guy was like a thought she was 14 or 16 or something. I don't know her age, but I think he calls her like an 8-year-old in the clip. Like, again, I only saw this because Acid Communist had posted it a couple days ago. I did like it, okay, because I wanted to be able to show it to you guys at a different time. But I decided not to put it in because I didn't want to take away from the actual video. But, like, how dare you pretend like you don't attack children and you don't ever stoop to that level? Which, by the way, you don't have any proof or any hard evidence that what other people said is what caused CPS to show up at your door. You have no proof that it wasn't what you said on your show, that you overshared. You are their legal guardian. It is your responsibility. No one else's responsibility. And also, the CPS agent said it was someone that they knew, which he casually brushes over that and says, but I know that that's not true. How dare you pretend to have this moral high ground? Meanwhile, this is literally a video of you.
This image is pretty twisted up in itself. She's holding what looks like a phallic object, a little 8-year-old girl, and a big, giant black man looking in on her, man. It's like Blackzilla. This guy's got a weird fantasy, dude. Blackzilla, the little 8-year-old white girl with blonde hair. Likes it. Woo, make it rain, bitch. Let's see them titties. Oh.
How dare you? How dare you pretend like any of this, that you have principles on any of these things? How fucking dare you? And by the way, again, just a reminder, all of these are being recorded by Hila. She's the person holding the fucking phone or the camera or whatever. No, guys, he's changed. Now he just sends his audience to harass people. He just doesn't do it himself. He sends his audience to send people he doesn't like, to send threats to the comment sections of 16-year-old girls. Namely, the guy that he's harassing right now for saying go to hell. Like, you don't care about any of this stuff. You just don't like that people make fun of you. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Can you imagine you have fucking Bill Burr on your show and he gives you fucking legendary advice? He gives you amazing advice and says, like, dude, fucking cut this shit out of the podcast. People are fucking freaks. Don't talk about family on your show. Don't do that. And he's like, I don't know why you're being so serious about this. And then chooses to not take his advice. Like, what the fuck? Dude. Where's the accountability? Where's the personal accountability? You are their legal guardian. You are in charge of their safety, you fucking idiot. And that's why he's blaming everyone else, because he doesn't want to look like he's incompetent. He doesn't want to look incompetent. That's why he's blaming everyone else for getting on his show and talking about fucking poop in the most disgusting way. But again, it's because he doesn't care about these things. He wants to attack the people he doesn't like. And he's desperate for sympathy.
to sue this guy for defamation, by the way, like actually lined up. No, he's actually one of the sickest dudes on the internet. Anyone that knows anything about it, having Bad Empanada on is not
It's not
defensible. Yeah. There's so much, dude, to say about him. It's kind of insane. In fact, Bad Empanada, I didn't get to it in the video, but you're not going to be happy to know this, but people have infiltrated your... He has a Patreon.
Infiltrated your Patreon. It's a $1 Patreon, by the way. Paying $1 to Bad Empanada gets you in the Patreon Discord, by the way. Infiltrating.
And they all have access to this place where they do like, they literally talk about doing psyops, faking posts, brigading, and all this shit. And I have 4 years of all of his chats. There's stuff in there that will put him in prison. I'm not even fucking kidding. Going through this, I was trying to figure out what to do with it. And I think the best thing is just to release it to the public. The amount of creators that he has psyoped in there, that he's like participating in brigading, like clandestine operations to fucking ruin these people, to just terrorize these people is staggering. I think if I just release it to the public, people will just, every community should look through that and just see the fucking depths of evil that this guy is. Because this guy's been
cuckoo sound effects.
Going on a victory tour since October 7th. He's getting promoted by everybody. He's getting promoted by Denims, from Frogan, from Mike from PA, from Denims. Hassan has been watching him religiously. Before the show ends, I want to post the Bad Empanada files on Twitter. He's going to be real quiet on
Bad Empanada files.
these leaks, I'm telling you. So I'm going to make sure those goes up. He said, trust the plan. I am in control with some computer language that doesn't mean anything as far as I know. Bad Empanada, who's being elevated by Hassan, Matt Lieb, Denims, and tons of creators, leftist creators all over the internet.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone else, please welcome Bad Empanada.
Bad Empanada's been going crazy at Ethan on the second channel. Well, yeah, because Ethan Klein is too afraid to talk to Bad Empanada or talk about Bad Empanada or watch any of his videos. So fucking milk that guy, dude. Yeah! Bad Empanada, go in. Dude, every time Ethan Klein brings up Bad Empanada, I like him a little bit more. Yeah! I didn't really have strong opinions on him. And same dress. Every time he brings him up, I'm like, stop making him sound base, man. Come on.
Bad Empanada has put out a video.
Listen, wait. One quick thing on this same shirt comment. Listen, really quickly. I think it's very funny. Okay, I think it's on the level of funny of Managem. Okay, I think it's very funny. But I'm just gonna say one thing. Okay, all of these male creators wear the same fucking stained holes in their fucking t-shirt every fucking day with the same sweater all the time. You just don't notice it, okay? Because they always do wear the same thing, okay? It's literally true, okay? They have the same 3 shirts and they wear the same 3 shirts, okay? And no one notices it because it's always the same. They're like a cartoon character, okay? It's because I have any variety in my clothing that you notice when I wear the same thing. Okay, moving on. Same shirt, yeah, same dress. Okay, moving on.
Video about H3H3, and this is just for my own pleasure that we're gonna watch it, because whenever Bad Empanada attacks H3H3, H3H3 has like a mental breakdown, and every time I watch this, it causes them to have even more of a mental breakdown.
Okay, critical support.
Also, yeah, Bad Empanada literally in this is appearing in the same shirt in 5 fucking videos. Oh, dude, this is my favorite. This is like, I'm gonna give you guys a lesson to the hate watchers. This is the worst way to attack me. How the hell does your dumbass have a platform? Dude, being mad at me is the best way to get me to be happy. All right. That I can make a dumbass like you this mad. Thank you. Oh my God. What a compliment. What a compliment. Oh, Jesus. Listen. Look, Denims. He literally wears the same clothing because he's in prison. Okay, he's in his Argentinian prison. Also, like, man, if you've never seen bars on a window and you're like talking about seeing bars on a window and you're like, what is he in prison? Man, that is like a certain level of privilege to think that and to say that. Because you clearly have never seen it in real life and don't understand what those are for or why they're there. When I worked a little bit for an appraisal firm. It was a real estate firm, but I worked in a firm in New York for a little bit. And, you know, we would have to go and like check these units and place it. There would be a lot of houses with bars because New York famously was very dangerous in like the 70s and 80s. When gangs were a really big problem, but they're no longer up to code anymore because crime has gone way down. Despite what Fox might have you believe, crime has gone way down in the past couple decades. It'll see like small spikes and then it'll go back down, like with COVID when a lot of people lost their jobs. People no longer have like their material conditions are not being met, so they have to turn to crime. That's just, I'm not going to get into the very fucking basics of fucking material conditions, but a lot of buildings now and homes now aren't supposed to have, at the very least for the state of New York, bars on the window because it's a fire hazard. It's about fire safety. That if you have windows on the ground floor, people need to be able to get out easily, regardless of where they are. And so most of the bars that are on windows today are either in cities or countries that still have pretty high crime rates, or ones that just haven't been renovated in a very long time and haven't been brought to code. Or been brought up to code. I don't, you get what I'm talking about. Trying to remember where I was going with this. Oh yeah, it's only they're also a bitch. I remember when we were doing appraisals, you'd go to these people and you'd be like, "Hey, like you literally can't sell your house unless you remove the bars." And they're like, "Are you sure?" And it's like, "Yeah." And it's like, "But do I have to?" It's like, "Yeah." Are you sure? Yes, 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 yes. You have to. Okay, you have to remove them. I'm sorry, you have to. You can have them if your building already had them, but you can't sell the property. It's not, again, up to code. But in a lot of other countries, so for example, I've been to Morocco before, almost all the homes have bars on their window. It's just like about crime, because again, when people's material conditions aren't met, they have to turn to crime to feed themselves and their families and stuff. Yeah. So if you see bars on a window and you don't immediately know what that means, and you're stupid enough to show your arrogance and show your privilege, and then think it makes you look based because you're making a funny joke about him being in a prison, like, oh my God, dude, that's pathetic. Who sent me the poop sock? One of you fucks thought you were gonna get me, but I opened it in a different window. You. This chatter is so based. This chatter is so based. Are you gonna rate a smaller streamer like Hassan after seeing as how you have more live viewers? Sniffa, Hassan is banned. You are Hassan now. And then immediately poop socks me.
Has gone up by wide margins now, okay? Oh, dude, bad empanada went from bad to good empanada. Bad empanada went from bad empanada to based empanada.
The interview Bad Empanada, bro. Let's hear from Bad Empanada. Violent, psychotic, fucking anti-Semite.
That is an amazing intro. That's amazing.
Bad empanada turned into good empanada.
If you need to learn more, please visit badempanada.com for all the lore about Palestine. If you want to know more about Palestine conflict, go to Bad Empanada channel and learn more.
Did you guys enjoy my creation? I don't know, man. He has problems. First, he was obsessed with Hassan. Then it was like Hassan and like whoever he sees as like being a Hassan's friend or like adjacent to him, like his Twitch CEO, whoever the fuck else. Then it was like Denims, Bad Empanada, Mike from PA, Matt Lieb, like everyone is there. Everyone is going after Ethan Klein all the time. He's such a little victim. I'm in his fucking walls, man. To the point that I was able to make a 5-minute long compilation of Ethan Klein making me sound like a international criminal mastermind wanted in 80 different countries. He's not okay. Ethan needs help. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe we should just let him keep going so we can keep milking it, because this is great. I'm having a good time. Awesome. Like every time he talks about me, I make a ton of money off it. I have some laughs, and now he's giving me like a new stream intro that, I'm sorry, but it eclipses President Sunday anytime. It's so much better than President Sunday. It's like, that is that one President Sunday clip, but 20 what, like 30 times, all smack back into 5 minutes. It's not even close. And then I got the thing, them like praising me as well to use as like a new main channel intro potentially. The problem is like I can't use the random Ukrainian that Ethan hired exclusively. Who is that person there? Like the
Oh, dude, and the best part is that, you know, they're pissed that we do stuff like this, that I clip fucking, Ethan Klein saying, Denims is streaming. And then he clips people on his show saying, you should go check out Bad Empanada. Bad word, thank you for the 10 gifts.
Denims is streaming.
Contraman, thank you for the 5.
the one who's like talking in a messy room, that's one of his employees. He hired her exclusively because he wanted a Ukrainian to come on stream and say bad things about Hassan, to say that Hassan is anti-Ukraine. So
Which,
he
like, from my understanding, she's like a Hassan, like a dedicated Hassan hater.
hired her, this nameless random person, solely for that purpose. And he brings her on like once a week to do a segment about how bad Hassan is. That's her job, to gang stalk Hassan, basically. Like, he believes he's being gang stalked while he actually literally pays people to stalk. Like, Ethan Klein.
Isn't that sick, dude? Isn't that, like, fucked?
Klein's crew are paid stalkers, paid doxers, paid harassers. They are paid to investigate and harass, do targeted harassment on his behalf. It's insane. It's what they're for. But like, no one knows who she is, so it wouldn't be a good intro for my main YouTube channel when I play an endorsement from someone who no one's ever fucking heard of. They're just gonna be like, wait, who is that? And I'll say it's from the H3 podcast, but they don't know who he is. Who she is, rather, sorry. They don't know who she is. So I mean, all that's gonna happen if I made
She apparently watches every episode of Fear and she's convinced Hassan is taking advantage of Austin. She doesn't even have her lore right. Everybody knows Austin is the selfish top. Fucking idiot.
My intro is no one would fucking know who that is, so there's no point to doing it. Apparently, like, she's leaving the show already. Like, they hired her for like 2 months, and that was it. See ya. Bye. Great. Going back to Canada, of course. What a stereotypical place for a Ukrainian liberal. Liberal in air quotes. But yeah, that's my new
professional schizophrenic poster. No. Oh no, dude, no.
Stream intro. What can I say? Very interesting, very good. I'm a big fan of it. Better than any intro Ethan Klein has ever had. He makes me sound like the coolest fucking guy in the world. Like, Jesus Christ. Legendary stuff there. Make sure to join my Discord for $1 so that you too can participate in activities that will get me put into prison. I'm just sitting here waiting. I mean, I'm already in prison, so I guess I'll be put into double prison. But I'm waiting. I'm standing back and standing by to be imprisoned on Ethan Klein's denouncement. Definitely coming very soon in my Discord for clandestine operations, as he called it. And yeah, I'm glad that I can channel this guy's idiotic attacks on me, which, to be clear again, he's doing it because he can't respond to the videos that I made refuting him. Ethan Klein's reaction to being refuted on the basis of the facts is to frame you as an international criminal mastermind, because he can't refute this video especially. The contents are bomba on Ethan Klein. 4 hours of pure debunkings based on the facts that he cannot deal with, so he's not even going to try. And the way that he gets back at me to like try and make himself feel better about being such an incapable failure and failing to properly defend Israel as his Zionist IDF-assigned wife would like him to do,
Not the IDF-assigned wife. Dude, you know that comment makes him so mad. You know when people joke about that, he gets so pissed. You know he does. You know he does, dude. Fuck, dude. Oh my God.
his way of dealing with his inability to do so is to just frame me as an international wanted criminal and say that he has evidence that is going to get me put into jail from my Discord, which curiously he never released. You know, it's just great that they have nothing on me, because unlike them, I don't mix my fucking personal life with my internet presence, because the things that I say stand up on their own merit based on the evidence that I provide and the arguments that I make. And I don't need to get people attached to my fucking dogs that I feed cheese, or my kids, or my wife, or any of this shit in order to get views, like he does.
I mean, again, he literally has to splice people, and he has to clip people, and he has to lie. And then he admits that he lies. This worst part is like he's lying to everyone around him, even his employees. That's why Olivia says, "Well, I don't understand why Denims doesn't just say like, don't call CPS." And then he has to further this lie that he's already built by saying, "Well, okay, wait, well, she did say it, but like, I don't think she meant it because I doctored these chat logs to make it look like they were all one after the other, and I believe this narrative I created." Like. Fuck, man.
It hurts him to see someone succeed based on merit rather than based on developing.
Have you talked about the editing chats? Yeah, you can watch the video. It should be pinned.
Streaming.
I made a video of every accusation that he made about me, and you are welcome to take a look at it. It's pretty good. I put a lot of effort into it. Dang Techno, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for the 5 tier 1s. Thank you.
A parasocial attraction with their fans 10 years ago, to the point that many of them feel like they just can't get off the train at this point. And if any of them are watching, you can. Trust me, you can. I mean, it's pathetic that you got to this point in the first place, but just fucking stop watching. It'll be easy. It's easy. You're not a member of this family. You're like a diehard who they milk, and you're keeping the operation running when if enough of you left, it would fall over. Don't do it anymore. Don't enable the last gasp paranoid delusions of a broken man who believes that he's being gang stalked, and he'll never ever admit that he's wrong on the many things that he's been proven wrong about, solely because his IDF assigned wife demands that he do so. Don't enable this. Get out of there while you
Stop.
still can. And in the time that I filmed
He
this
doesn't know
segment,
what a joke is. He's going to hear this and be like, I can't believe they think that they're spreading anti-Semitic propaganda that Israel assigns wives. Stop. He doesn't understand what a joke is, dude. Come on.
and I am pleased to let you know, watch me press F5 here, that we have made another $1,400 for Palestinian refugees in the name of Ethan Klein.
Yeah,
So, folks,
woo! Thank you, Ethan Klein.
do
Thank
good.
you.
Basically, don't be Ethan Klein. If you're going to do drama, if you're going to do useless YouTube drama shit, use your power for good and treat it with the seriousness that it deserves. None.
Which is why, please, again, I've said this before. I'll say it again. I said it earlier. I don't really care about personal glory and taking credit for X amount of donations or whatever. So usually when people have fundraisers, I just encourage people to go donate to those fundraisers. Please go and donate to this fundraiser in honor of Ethan Klein. But yeah, it's to help Gazans. It's at 26K now, but we can use all this drama slop to do some real good. The thumbnail of your new video needs a jump scare warning. Isn't it fucked up that when people make videos of me, they have to Photoshop the fuck out of me? And when I make videos on other people, I can just, that my haters are so decrepit, I can just post unedited screenshots from their video. Just posting their raw, sloppy ass. Yeah. In an old H3 video, he literally talks about how they met because Israel assigns wives to those on birth rates by sending pretty soldiers to guide their tour. I mean, Israel engages in like a billion different forms of propaganda. It's just not. Have you seen this Ethan clip? Sorry, CT5. I wanted to finish that video before I watch this. I did see this. This is fucking crazy. This is a crazy clip.
Have to imagine that they are actively participating in it. Because why, when somebody makes a Hassan Piker snark, it gets banned immediately for harassment.
What?
That I have to imagine that they are actively participating in it. Because why, when somebody makes a Hassan Piker snark, it gets banned immediately
Bad Empanada talked about this as well, and he basically said, it's crazy for you to make this comment and that not show what was on that subreddit. Different subreddits will get moderated differently depending on the type of content that they post. It doesn't matter if it's the same type of subreddit. What were you guys posting there? Why won't you show us what you were posting there? And then let's say, okay, well, when he said we, he meant my community. But like, you're advertising that you're like, what, happy that your community got a snark subreddit up and that you were frustrated it went down. You shouldn't be happy that any snark subreddit is going up. If you guys make a snark subreddit and you use any of it to like do actual harm, I'm going to be very disappointed in all of you. And I would not want that to happen. Mostly because I want you guys to, I want you guys to live life. And I want you to tune into the stream, have some fun. We can watch a little drama frog stuff. And I want you to go out, talk a little shit online, hang out in here on the stream, and then go have fun, go live life. What the hell is a snark subreddit? You are the perfect viewer. That's you. What even is a snark subreddit? You are the perfect viewer. It's you. And like, I can respect the people who go on the subreddits and scroll and see what's happening on Ethan Klein's delusional fucking state this week. And I do appreciate the people who do post the clips that like explain how he's lying about this and this and this. But I have yet to see these like crazy snark posts that he's like talking about that do even a fraction of the harassment that he does.
Venture into Reddit for us. Why would we go anywhere near it?
Exactly.